this world. Writers, poets, painters, philosophers, thinkers, create, just brilliant, absolute brilliance. Most people are completely devoid of any substance. Any true substance. It really light you up your life. They've gone along in their thing, stuck to their phones and I've had a hell of a lot of people try to screw me over and snuff out. Well, basically trying to snuff my spark out, my fingerprint. This fingerprint is not meant for a fucking scanner to be registered as some database. Trying to put a mural together and a snapshot of all kinds of things. Shit that really gets to your heart. To make you think, to make you cry, to uplift your soul. Not just a picture. I'm going to have to do this in a few parts. And I've had injunctions served on me where I can't communicate with anybody in this building, or I can't talk to my neighbours. Never had a problem with my neighbours. Someone's literally trying to isolate you so you just vanish. Because they want to bring in some computerized robotic fucking nightmare. Some totalitarian control grid. Snuff out anything that matters. The people who change this world are the artists, the poets and stuff like that, the thinkers, the dreamers. I've been labelled all sorts of names. Fools, and I'm like a clown or a joker or just an idiot, or you know what I mean. I've been in more situations than I care to think about. I've been in pretty much every shittiest job, or for every kind of spiritual practice, or they've pretty much carved through everything in this world. This whole thing is a hologram. Charles Bukowski. Most people thought he was a drunk and a loser and a bomb and a deadbeat and that kind of thing. One of the most profound writers of his time. One of the most profound fucking writers of his time. There's a lot of crazy shit going on in the world right now because it's not actually real. Now, the other day, well, for quite some time, I've had all sorts of people trying to drug me, suppress me, fucking lock me in a box, fucking shut my mind down, labelling me this and calling me that, and mocking and joking, and not one of them has got what I have contained within my meter, devoid of anything or clinical and just robotic and pill driven and with their clipboards and their pens and their computer typing skills and devoid of anything. I've been trying to do this mural because it's important. It may sound like a jumbled mess, but it's not today. I'm not very good at explaining things, so these hordes understand zombies, and they are zombies. All they care about is the advertisement and the big dribbling greasy chopper burger, or their latest fashion and their ego and their status and their thing. I gave it up yesterday. Completely chucked it all away. I spent 46 years of my life in one place. Never had to go all over the world looking at this and holidays and Not seen the sunset properly for, 20 odd years or so. Yesterday I was sat in a park. I normally pitch a hammock up in the same spot. I decided to sit on the grass in another park. I let go of everything. I just not give a fuck anymore. Let the world burn, basically. All the perfectly manicured trees and the winding paths and these people going by on their bikes and they're jogging along and on their roller skates and that kind of thing. I felt like I was actually on holiday. I was sat in the grassy sun. You know, like the gardens in Alton Towers or somewhere like that, but bigger. Or some centre parks or somewhere, or just some holiday park somewhere. Just imagine it just over the trees, there's some caravans or some log cabins or something like that. And they're all doing Zumba classes on the park and, all in Divergent land. literally sitting in diversion land. They've all got their phones on their arm and they're all congratulating themselves on their, on their achievements of what they've mastered, or their endorphin kickings and things like that. And then you walk out of the car park, back into the Zoom, back into the madness of the rat race and the cars and just the thing that everyone is lost in. I think everyone's got to try and survive in. The same people there in their tight-fitting leggings and their boob tube tops and their hair tied back, and they're touching each other's muscles with a fag on. It's the most surreal experience. The most surreal experience. I'd say about 70-odd% of the world have never had an original thought in their lives, or that thing that actually gets the world to switch gear in, huh? Go back home and they put on the flicker screen. They don't know what to watch on the TV. And on the internet, there's multi-dimensional levels of different ways of being, and most of them are talking absolute twaddle. Talking about how many streams of incomes they've got and quantum wealth and what books they've got to sell and how amazing they are. This is a catch-22. I've been trying to get some decent bloody equipment to actually paint a mural, because it had that spark in me, that flow, not just a mural. Not just a mural. A combination. It's a kind of alchemy. It's a combination of many little things all knitted together to produce a tapestry. That can actually get people right in the heart. All sorts of people trying to shut me up, switch me down, lock me in a little box. And I've had credit card companies hot on me fucking heels, wanting this or wanting that. Not even for a lot of money. Pennies, pretty much, nothing. badgering you and harassing you, and I've had court orders served on me, and these goons, these blacklegs and people like that trying to pull you off the street, frame you for this and frame you for that. I don't care about them. They're lost. Completely lost. I've been labelled all sorts of things. Like I'm mental. And to be fair, I do come across as a bit of a tit online, and I play about and have a laugh. I've always tried to just see the fun in life, the funny side, and just laugh and have fun, and not take life seriously. And then you hit a certain point in life, and you think, do you know what? I'm farting about, and I'm going to be creating some of this really awesome stuff. So they try to get serious. They got all these zombie types, these repeating clones, they're programs, they're constructs. They're not actually real. They think they are, they're not. And you can see straight through them and know everything about them. Trying to shut you down and shut down so they can protect their fucking repeated fucking cycle and pattern of fucked upness. All these people tossing and turning, and they can't sleep and they're restless. It's because you're absorbing so much of what's going on out there, and you don't switch off. Staring at the computer screens, listening to that person, they have ideas, their thoughts, their minds, their fucking designs, their fucking all of this and all of that. Right, I can't sleep. This afternoon, I've had one of the deepest sleeps, and I couldn't get up. I wanted to get up. I was so groggy. I could have gone back to sleep. It took me a good 10 minutes to actually wake up. I've got all these credit. There's only three credit card companies, whatever, badgering me. Now, I've been labelled mental and all sorts of tags and labels and boxes that they want to put you in these whoever these fucking constructs are, these megalo fucking power hungry, psychopathic, just insane fucking twits. I ran out of money the other day, and I've had people coming in my house trying to intimidate me, shut me up, and I've got a court order that I don't even know what it's about. I set fire to the fucking thing. It's not even important. I can't control somebody like me. And you're on the phone and they're trying to find out when they can get the money, or so you start telling them that you'd like a little bit more money because you've run out of money just for a little bit, so you can actually fucking crack on, and then you pay them at the end of the week, or that kind of thing. But the medical people, this is this construct that everyone's fucking vibrating in, and they don't know which way to fucking go or turn or anything like that right now. So the world's sort of in the air. They've sold my personal medical details over to a credit card company and an electricity company. It's the Matrix, the hologram. They've sold my personal information, private, this is my stuff, to a doctor you're supposed to go to trust if you need help with your cures, or something's wrong with you or anything like that. That information has been sold to a credit card company. Now anybody can set a credit card company up. you're talking to somebody on the phone. Probably some 20-year-old spot just coming out of their teens or whatever. No degree, no information, no understanding on anything to do with anything. All they know is about your account and that kind of thing. And they seem to think they have the authority to phone your local doctor to see if you need some help or tablets, or if you need to go and see some psychiatrist. The longer you spend with a psychiatrist, now the head years ago of psychiatry said, the longer you spend with a psychiatrist, the more screwed up you will become. And the more you spend looking for this guru or that guru or anything like that, the more you actually try to find anything outside of yourself, you'll get more and more fucking complex and more fucked up. You don't need anybody. And all of a sudden, all these phone calls are coming in, trying to put pressure on somebody. Now, let's just say, this is a catch-22. Let's just say I was mental, okay, and vulnerable, because apparently I'm mental and I'm vulnerable and that kind of thing. Let's just say I'm mental and I'm a vulnerable adult and things like that. Well, there's all these laws that have been put out there to protect vulnerable people. Right? So they don't kill themselves or go and kill somebody else or that kind of thing. Well, the very system that has created this stuff is attacking the people who they think are vulnerable. It's their madness. So I'm probably talking to some, probably 20 years old, probably 40 years old or something, which just works in a credit card company, who was taking it upon themselves to become my psychiatrist or my, you know, the authority of the world and decides my fate. And then goes calling the doctors. Then the doctors are calling and stuff like that. Every time there's people concerned about me. I'm not concerned about these fucking clowns. I don't give a fuck about any of these or any of these constructs. Every time I've gone around and seen like this GP, all he knows is the pharmaceutical thing, devoid of any of this fucking creative beauty that can fucking strike all over the fucking world. Hit people in the hearts and stuff. Devoid of that. All they care about is that they've got the nice car, the nice house, they've got their family, and that kind of thing. Every time I go and talk to that man, I know who he is, he's probably a nice bloke, do you know what I mean? He's like, no concerns or anything. I don't have to explain myself to these people. I have to explain myself to anybody in this world. No one. Not one person. Now the thing is, here's the twist. Why, if you've got these structures in place to protect this or that, or you know, why is a trusted doctor or a medical institution or anything like that selling off your personal information to some random credit card company that somebody on the telephone can access and find out all about you, and they decide whether if you need help or not? Who are these people? It's supposed to be confidential stuff. Now Everybody seems to have access to this or that, and they decide what is best for you to do. You're lost in a fucking nightmare. You're all lost in an absolute fucking nightmare. And the more fucked up and mad this thing is getting, the more it's getting interesting. And the thing is, if you're putting pressure on somebody, if I was vulnerable and things like that, I could go and fucking slaughter all sorts of kids in a classroom, or do you know what I mean? Or kill myself, all of this, gone. And then there'll be, oh, what happened? These clinical robots, and they are robots, you're snuffing out some of the most fucking brilliant shit out there. Some of the most brilliant stuff. Just so they can have some sort of 5G control network, and it's all about profit. That's all it's about. Out of my house and trying to snuff me. I mean, I'm not joking. There's one person here. I just mentioned I was going to get a snake plant. The microclusters in her face, she almost laid an egg. Over a snake plant that oxygenates a roof. Failed evolutionary experiment. Failed evolutionary experiment. Now, because of all this shit that's gone on, it's taken me so fucking long to get this stuff. You get the right brushes that go vanishing on the break. You buy a compressor, it's multiple helix. Just fucking stupidity. People not paying caring attention to actually making something that actually fucking works. And you finally get it to do it, and the flow's gone. And you just can't be bothered to do it anymore. When you can create something and you can fill someone's heart so much, or shed fucking tears and things. And you get these zombies, these so desperate to cling to their thing, but are completely fucking useless and serve no fucking purpose. People like me vanish from the world. There will be a lot of pain. A lot of fucking pain that falls upon them. Brain chips, you've got that Elon Musk talking about brain chips, they want to fucking brain chip your mind so you become like some super conscious satanic fucking robotic fucking. These people are insane. Absolutely insane. get some benefit. I get like a little amount of peanuts. It's not about money, but the shit I can fucking do right now. There was an artist years ago, his name was Jackson Pollock. Most people thought he was just, you know, just chucking paints about and stuff like that. That man was rolling out canvases on the floor. He was getting millions of pounds before he even fucking made them. Most people just think, oh, they're just like just chucking paints about it, chuck a fag end in and things like that. I'm sitting here right now, and I know how fucking profound some of this stuff is with what I can put together. Not that money. The way you can bang it, what you can put it on, and all the fucking stuff, you know, the marketplace, the madness, the fucking silliness. And the flow's gone now, I can't be bothered. So you just snuffed out some fucking awesome fucking stuff. You'll pay for it. Because I'm thinking right now, if I want to be labelled mental and crazy, it has to be locked away in a little box out the way, just so it just dies. Go for it. But the repercussions of that will be monumental. And you got all these people trying to hunt down this money that doesn't actually fucking exist. Yesterday I was on holiday. I'm still on holiday. I'm sat in a place looking at some holiday village somewhere, thinking, wondering where the cabins are, or the bike rental shack, or the roller skate rental shack, or the, you know, whatever the classes that you sign up for and that kind of thing. You just don't need to actually sign up for any of that. You just sat there in the actual